The Allymate featured in today's video was provided courtesy of Mechanism. The ROG Ally has been one of my favorite handheld gaming devices since its release, and it has provided me an awesome gaming experience. And while it's not flawless, it's just been so much fun that I haven't really cared too much about most of the downfalls, except for, of course, the SD card slot thing. That is just dumb. But regardless, I was reached out to by Mechanism to check out the Allymate for the ROG Ally. This is a device that attaches to the back of your ROG Ally and can have a number of different attachments that can expand upon the abilities of your ROG Ally, such as a kickstand. And I've been working on trying to do a review for this device for about a month and a half, and I've honestly kind of given up and decided to do just kind of this spur of the moment video for all of you today, just because I really do like what the Allymate does, but I've just been not finding the words to showcase that in one of my typical reviews. So we're kind of doing an off-the-cuff review here of the Allymate, and I hope you all enjoy it. Let's dive in. So when you order an Allymate from Mechanism, it'll come in a shipping box, and inside that will be just a plain brown box that looks something like this. It says Mechanism, and it'll have everything that you have decided to purchase from Mechanism. And inside you get a little click, go, play Mechanism thing, leave a review, stuff like that. And then everything will just be in nice little individual plastic bags, so not much fuss involved, which is okay since this is an online-only product, but cool stuff. So I decided to pick up the Allymate with 3 extra attachments, including a kickstand, VESA mount, and a phone adapter, or anything you want to attach to it, really. So overall construction is really nice. It uses a nice plastic, so it's not any 3D printed stuff. This is all like injection molded. It's really nice. It's thin, so it does have a bit of give to it, which is fine. It's not going to be a problem once you have it attached to your system. And it provides a good brace when used. And so to attach it, again, very simple. Just goes right into these 2 vents up here, and then slides along the bottom and makes a nice firm, flush housing on the Ally. Like, it's really nice. So another nice feature of the Allymate base unit here is that it actually includes 2 micro SD card slots for you to store extra storage. Yes, a little redundant in the texting there. So if you have multiple SD cards in use for holding different games or media, you can bring those along with ease. They won't slide out. These are in there very securely, but they're not a death grip, so you are able to pull them out quite easily. Unfortunately, again for me, I can't really make use of this feature as much as I would like to because my ROG Ally likes to break SD cards, so I just tend to not use it, and I didn't really want to bother with a replacement unit because I have a large SSD inside of this, so I didn't really care. And then all of the attachments are spring-loaded, so they just snap easily into place like so, and can be pulled back out. And for the phone attachment, this one's actually pretty cool. It actually has a locking mechanism in it because phones are a bit heavier and you don't want it to accidentally detach. So, for example, you can lock this one in, just like so, and it becomes a nice platform for you to do some type of dual screen setup. So, I have been wanting to try this with a portable little tiny monitor to attach the ROG Ally for DS gaming. Unfortunately, have not had the funds to do that yet, so haven't really used this as much as I would have liked to. And as for the VESA mount, uses these smaller ports here to perfectly align with a VESA wall mount or a VESA monitor arm mount or a wall mount. So very nice and easy if you want to mount your ROG Ally while using it on a bigger display in a dock. It snaps easily into place, and you can just pop this right up onto a monitor stand. It's really convenient. So like the base unit itself, these are all done very well with injected plastic, and there's a bit more rigidity in the VESA mount here. And then same thing with the kickstand here. This is nice rigidity to it. You're not going to break this thing unless you really try to. And then the arm here as well. You got your tightening for both sides, so you can give a really better angle on where you want to position this stuff. And the arm is again made of nice and sturdy plastic that's not going to break without some really directed force. And the cool thing about this arm, so it's magnetic, like we previously mentioned, but there's also a threaded screw mount on the top if you want to use that type of a stand for like a camera or your phone. So surprisingly, the most useful attachment I've found so far in my 2 months with the Allymate has been the kickstand. Nintendo got this one right on the Switch, because having a kickstand just makes it so much better to enjoy so many things on the system. From media to games, couch co-op on a small screen if you're out and about, like, it just makes it so much more easy and convenient, and it's just really nice, and it provides a lot of decent angles to your experience, so you can really take advantage of this to prop it up, lay it down, and I really like how much easier it makes it to use it with a dock. So for example, just lose my controller there, that's fine. Plug it in, and now it's nice and easy to get this Ally set up to be used on an external display, attach a mouse and keyboard to it, extra controllers, what have you, and it just keeps it all nice and propped up, and you can even use it as a nice little touchscreen for extra features. So as you can see, it does again make it really easy to enjoy games on the go if you want to play in multiplayer configurations. I know I'm just doing single player right now, but it's easy just to attach a dock and controller and get multiplayer games in when you can on the smaller screen, or again, attach an external monitor to the side of the dock. And the added bonus is, again, that it will keep your ROG Ally propped up, and you don't have to worry about any of the ventilation getting blocked, thus reducing any overheating concerns. So overall, just a nice win-win. Now, all that being said, the same advantages can be applied to the VESA mount here. You could attach it to a monitor arm or a VESA wall mount if you have a wall mount that supports VESA capabilities. And again, it makes it easy to hook up a dock and get keyboard, mouse, extra monitor support, and while not as easy to use the touchscreen in that kind of configuration, it has worked really well just for standard gameplay and different things like that. So again, a pretty worthwhile attachment, one that I haven't used quite as much to its fullest as the kickstand, but still really nice, really like it. And a good way to store the ROG Ally to keep it out of harm's way from rampaging children. Now, as for the extra mount for an extra screen or a phone, I haven't used it for the purpose that I wish to yet, which was to get a second monitor and mount it up and play some DS, 3DS stuff. So maybe when I get more into that type of emulation again, I can finally pull that off. But if you're someone who likes to have a strategy guide, walkthrough, achievement hunter guides up while you play games, this is an excellent solution. It keeps your phone very accessible, out of the way, and you're able to just enjoy the ROG Ally, and it doesn't have any unnecessary instability to it. Like, it holds it in place pretty well. My phone's not even mounted the greatest right now, and it's still keeping it really in place. You just got to make sure to tighten the anchors. But as you can see, it just holds it in place really well. Like, we're able to rock it back and forth. It's not dropping or losing it. And again, just nice and easy to get everything just set up. And I wish that these stupid sites didn't have so many stupid ads. But anyway, besides the point, there we go. It's great stuff. Works, does what it's supposed to. And again, you can adjust the angles of every position just by moving things around. Tighten it back down. And then again, loosen this up and can adjust this as well. And the whole thing is locked in place, so you don't have to worry about it falling out. Unclip it, and then it pop right out. So very nice, very stable, very happy. And in case you're wondering about the adhesive on that magnet puck, it is in there very sturdily, so it should adhere well to most of your phone case surfaces or other things that you wish to use. And as you can see, that magnetic grip is nice and strong. So for the last 2 months, I really have been loving the Allymate as an extension for my ROG Ally. And while I've only showed off 3 compatible accessories for this device today, there are so many more available on the Mechanism website, including universal mounts, adhesive mounts, a puck mount, and just tons of different things you could do with this device, such as adding external batteries to your ROG Ally to extend its mobile performance. And I mean, that is a big one as well, because the ROG Ally's battery life is pretty crap. And so if that's the type of thing that interests you, I can highly recommend checking out Allymate. It is good quality. It has stood up to the test. It has been abused by me, my kids. It's working out really well. As for the price range on these guys, you can get bundles for $50 that includes most everything, or just flexible bundles available on the Mechanism website. But one of the coolest things that I discovered over doing the course of this review is that Mechanism actually has 3D files for most of these accessories that you can print on your own 3D printers. And they're available right on their website. Now, while 3D printed parts may not be as sturdy, it is still an option, and they even have a little accessories, or spare parts kit, I should say, for springs and screws to specifically fit these mounts, which is really cool. And that only costs about $20, so you could literally print these all on your own. And even if you don't happen to have a ROG Ally, Mechanism also offers these same mounting kits for the Steam Deck, Nintendo Switch, and the PlayStation Portal. So it's a very cool system of interchangeable parts. Like, you can use all of these attachments on those devices as well. But again, I think this is a pretty cool device. I think it is well worth looking into for anyone that is a fan of the handheld PCs or the Switch or even the PlayStation Portal, just to get a bit more usability out of these devices and just extra things like that. Very cool stuff. Thank you again to Mechanism for sending the Allymate our way to check out. And thank you to all of you for watching today's off-the-cuff review. Now here at the end, just the usual favors, thumbs up, thumbs down, depending on how much you like today's video, as well as hitting that sub button and notification bell so you can see when new videos go live on the channel, because we are always bringing content your way, and we'd love to have you all along for the ride. And for anyone interested in further helping support the channel, please be sure to check out that join button here on YouTube or the Patreon link in the bottom right-hand corner of the screen, as every little bit helps keep us going and bringing all of this stuff to you. Big shout out to all of our current backers. Just could not do it without you once again. You continue to be amazing. Thank you so much as always. But until next time, my wonderful internet peeps, you all stay awesome, keep on gaming, and we'll see you all back next video.